Hi folks, this is Jay, just making a quick video. I'm on record for a couple of years now saying that atheism is just more than an absence of belief. I've been on record for saying that for a long time. Atheists hammered me for it, and I kept to my guns and say atheism is more than just an absence of belief. There's certain ideas about morality, etc., that come with it, and the atheists used to hammer me with this, and I just want to play you a clip by noelplum, and I'll explain to you the context of his video.
Especially from when I was a child. I recall James Randi, and you'd see him on television and he'd be talking about things like UFOs or the paranormal, or debunking this kind of thing. And that's what the skeptics movement was about. That's what it was about, you know. The word skeptic has a more general definition, but that wasn't what the skeptics movement. It's like free thought blogs. You can't take the name literally. If you do, you're going to come totally unstuck. It's a subset. Free thought blogs is a very small subset of what free thought could consist of in totality, such as it was with the skeptics movement. So you would think if you went into the skeptics movement, those would be the kind of things you would do, wouldn't you? You wouldn't think you'd go into the skeptics movement not really giving a shit about those kind of things, and then thinking, well, do you know what? I'm in this movement now and I couldn't give a crap about any of these things. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll try and make the movement about a total load of different things. So let me read you from Natalie Reid's blog, who is another blogger here at Free Thought Blogs. She's talking about the skeptic movement. What I was, or thought I was a skeptic, and what I cared about and was passionate enough about to become a part of all of this was skepticism. The skepticism I believed in wasn't about some little club for people to get together and tell each other how smart they all are for not believing in incredibly silly things like UFOs, Bigfoot, psychics, ghosts and the Loch Ness Monster. Nor was it even necessarily about activism focused on address dangerous information and charlatanism like alternative medicine, blah 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 blah. I saw in skepticism a great deal of potential too. It was a community that had until recently been very much based in hard sciences and in addressing the more objectively falsifiable beliefs that people held, like cryptids, UFOs, alt-med and paranormal phenomena. But I saw absolutely no reason that skepticism couldn't be compatible with the social justice issues I also cared about, like feminism, misogyny, sexism, cis-sexism, gender binarism, racism, ableism. These things didn't seem meaningfully different to me from pseudoscience, new age, woo, religious faith, occultism or the paranormal. Do you know, it suggests to me that this Natalie Reid has gone in to this skeptics. It was a nice little club for people. They knew what they liked, you know. It was like a golf club, and everybody in the golf club kind of likes playing golf. And then she strode in and thought, what the fuck, I'm not interested in any of this shit. This isn't what I'm interested in. Let's make this club. It's like you go into a golf club, you don't like golf, so you say, I tell you what, let's stop playing golf, let's start playing tennis, because kind of, I think golf's a bit silly really, it's just smashing a ball round a load of fields. Tennis is a much better game, let's start playing tennis. When I was a kid, there was no kind of political aspect to the skeptics kind of organisations, the skeptic movement. It was about UFOs and stuff like that. If you didn't like it, stay away from it. Maybe it's a bit nerdy, maybe it's all a little bit shit, but that's what it was about. I can't understand why anybody would go into it and then say, well, I think this should be about political issues. Why would somebody say that? Because they're a political animal. This is what I see. Every time I see the skeptic sort of societies now, or the skeptic movement, it doesn't seem to be about these things it used to be about. It's about social issues, it's about political issues. It's like a load of people that weren't really interested in the kind of thing that skeptic movement was interested in, have got into it, but they're really political animals. And so what they've done is they've just trashed it and redefined it and made it what they want it to be, not what it actually was. Okay,
so I'll have to stop it because I can't do too much of it because it's copyright, and noelplum99 might not be happy with me playing too much. I feel sorry for noelplum99. If you're watching this, I feel sorry for you. I can see I made a video before laughing I couldn't help but laughing on your other video about the issue. But genuinely touched by that video. I can see you're really hurt and upset by this takeover bid, but it's something that I told you. I said a couple of years ago. I kept arguing about this, that this was going to happen, but you wouldn't take any notice of me, and you atheists wouldn't take any notice of me. I told you that you're naive if you think that you can hold on to a definition of atheism and think that definition of atheism defines your atheism. You're not. I tried to tell you and argue and argue and argue that this is naive, that when you get a definition of something, whether it be atheism or something else, there's always other ramifications that are going to come with that definition. Alright, and people are always going to play power games and try to define it and change it and manipulate it to what they want, and that's what I tried to warn and tried to say before all this free thought blogs and Atheism Plus issue came to be. Alright, so all I can say as atheists who are upset with this takeover bid that the feminist free thought blogs have done is just to say that, you know, the arguments that I was making to you a year and a half ago about this, the chickens have come home to roost. You know, you cannot look at atheism and take it, the definition of atheism that you give, and say that that's all there is to atheism. We're seeing that now, how it's being applied to social issues. All right, you can also see it in the history of atheism, how this definition that some people have tried to hold on to, atheism is a lack of belief in God because it's due to a lack of evidence, that this definition is not all there is to atheism. When you look at history of atheism, how atheism has a political history, and it's coming out again today in modern times. So you people who've said this is all that atheism is genuinely might have thought that was the case, but it was delusional. Alright, it was delusional. So those are just my thoughts. noelplum99, you lost the argument, mate. You lost the argument. Atheism is not what you said it used to be. Alright, what it was. When you said it was, whatever you were saying it, you lost the argument, noelplum99, because now atheism is a variety of social agendas as well. So what are you going to do now? Alright, what you need to do is realize the logical conclusion of your atheism, that it leads to these it leads to these kind of things, and it leads to well, moral relativism in the end of the day. That's one of the logical implications of atheism. Alright, so thank you for listening and take care. God bless.